Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to use these new springform pans I got, and I love them. They're so cute, those little tiny ones. We're going to do like a peach, cinnamon, brown sugar, kind of a little breakfast cake. It's kind of a cross between a dump cake you would see or a streusel cake. Very, very good. Very, very yummy. Love the peach and cinnamon together. So in that dish, I've got my cut up peaches with all my seasoning, and now I'm mixing my dry ingredients in a separate bowl. And I did use almond flour here. You could definitely substitute for a gluten-free all-purpose or just a regular all-purpose flour. And I've got some salt, baking soda, and baking powder in this dry ingredient mix. Once you get all those mixed in with a whisk, then you're going to start another bowl with your wet ingredients. And the wet ingredients are either sour cream or full-fat plain Greek yogurt. I chose the Greek yogurt option. Then oil and your white sugar and some vanilla extract. And you're just gonna whisk all that together. It'll be kind of weird at first, like the yogurt trying to absorb all of that sugar, but it does work and it becomes like this gloppy, kind of gluish looking mixture, just like that. And now you're gonna add in a couple of eggs. So once you get all the eggs mixed in, then we'll start to mix those dry and wet ingredients together. You do want those eggs to be completely beaten in. That's why I'm using a whisk. But once you add those wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, like I'm doing here, you just wanna mix until everything's combined. You don't wanna beat that for too long or put it in a mixer or anything like that. You're really just kind of mixing the wet and dry together until there's nothing stuck to the bottom and you don't see any more of the almond flour or anything stuck to the sides. So there you go. It's kind of like a thick applesauce. Now I'm going to apply that into my little pans, and I have those greased and a little bit of parchment paper on the bottom of each one just to make it a little easier. And I'm going to start out with, I would say, roughly 2/3 to 3/4 of your cake batter in the pan. You don't have to do those two little round ones. I just kind of wanted to experiment with those today. The recipe you see me doing today is really just meant for one springform pan, not for two little ones also, so I was just kind of playing around. And then I'm dumping in my seasoned peaches on top. You also can add some more peaches, like you can not add all of them at this point and then put a few more on top about halfway through the baking process. I choose not to do that because I feel like there's so much liquid being released from those cut up peaches. I don't want my dough and my cake batter to be too wet. And then I'm going to cover up just slightly with the rest of the batter on the large cake pan there. The little ones I didn't bother with. But I'm just kind of giving a little bit more coverage of the cake batter before I put that into the oven. I did end up having a little bit of peaches left over, and I just ended up mixing those in with my oatmeal that morning, and it was delicious. So you're going to bake those at 350. When they come out, really just ease right out of those pans. Like, it is perfect. If you wanted to take it off of that bottom piece of the pan, you could wait for those to cool completely and then take a large metal spatula and just release them off. This tasted so good. I thought my brain was going to explode. It was so amazing and so warm and just all the things you want it to be. The large one, I let sit in the pan for about 15 minutes to let it cool, and then I released it out of that one and let it cool completely on that bottom piece. I didn't take mine off because there was no reason to, but if you wanted to, I would just wait for them to cool completely. It came out beautiful and golden brown and oh so yummy.